Until recently, the Dominican Republic had a problem with having enough electricity. There clearly wasn't enough of it, and besides that, it was quite expensive. So what is changing right now? The main direction is the shift from fuel oil and diesel to natural gas and renewable energy sources. And right now, a total revolution in the country's energy sector is taking place. In Manzanillo, an energy cluster is being built. 2 power plants with a total capacity of over 800 megawatts, an LNG terminal, port infrastructure for receiving gas tankers, hundreds of kilometers of modern power lines, and numerous distribution substations. The first phase, with a capacity of 414 megawatts, was already commissioned at the beginning of this year. This became the largest generation increase in the Caribbean basin in more than 10 years. In addition, construction of another 500-megawatt gas-fired power plant is starting in San Pedro de Macorís. It's meant to supply both the domestic market and future electricity exports. Yes, that's right. You heard that correctly. Today, the Dominican Republic is not only solving its own electricity problem, but also plans to start mass exporting it to Puerto Rico within the next 5 years. The industry reform is so massive that experts say there will be enough electricity not only to meet the rapidly growing domestic needs, but also to begin export. At the same time, solar and wind energy are being developed. The Dominican Republic has already gained over 3 gigawatts from renewable energy sources, and the development of this sector continues and accelerates. In 2025, a tender was announced for an additional 600 megawatts of solar and wind plants with mandatory use of battery energy storage systems. Projects for more than 3 gigawatts were approved in the competition. Essentially, the country is creating a huge power reserve, realizing in advance that demand will grow rapidly in the coming years. This is the so-called preparation for the era of data centers and artificial intelligence. Google's investment in a digital hub worth about $500 million and the partnership with NVIDIA means that electricity consumption will grow much faster than before. Therefore, the energy strategy is built with an eye not just on tourism as it was before, but on cloud computing, data processing centers, AI infrastructure, high-tech manufacturing, and the semiconductor industry. A large-scale expansion of the grid is underway across the country. New substations, high-voltage infrastructure lines, and port facilities for receiving liquefied gas are being built. And it's planned that in the next 5 years, the Dominican Republic will not only fully meet its own needs, but also become an exporter of electricity. A massive $2.5 billion project has already been developed to supply electricity from the Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico via an underwater cable. The planned capacity will be 500 megawatts. Just 10 years ago, the Dominican Republic only maintained its power plants and grids to avoid rolling blackouts, and it faced a serious energy shortage. Today, the country is building an energy system on a completely different scale, with the goal of serving Amazon, Google, NVIDIA, data centers, logistics hubs, and semiconductor manufacturing. And these are huge volumes of electricity, and all of this has already been calculated and included in the development of the country's energy sector. It is planned that by the year 2030, the country's installed capacity will have nearly doubled compared to the early 2000s. The country will fully provide electricity to its rapidly growing economy and will even begin exporting electricity. So it can be said that today, in many areas, the problem has already been solved, and in the near future, it will simply disappear across the entire country. There will not only be enough electricity, but it will also become significantly cheaper. See you on the channel.